OpenAI has accused DeepSeek for using its proprietary model without permission. Various European countries, such as Germany and Ireland, are investigating into the company. President Trump said it's a wake-up call for U.S. high-tech companies. And I think the U.S. chip ban on advanced semiconductor chips on China did not work. So how did the Chinese AI firms obtain access to advanced AI chips? Didn't the U.S. have an export ban on advanced AI chips, such as NVIDIA's 800 and H100 chips to China and Hong Kong? And this ban was in place since October 2022. So how did the Chinese obtain them? So let me play you a video in which a Chinese showed off his shipment of NVIDIA's H100 GPU cards.
手上这个就是传说中的英伟达 H100的单片。我们今天 AI 之所以爆发，就是因为它的爆发，它的技术突破啊，它的算力是4090的 N 倍。我手边这排啊是涡轮的4090，这一片高达售价25万人民币，但在过去的2年里卖了近200万片。我们所有的中国大厂、世界大厂都在购买这款产品，但是美国呢对这款产品进行了封锁。 但是我手上依然有它，当然它新的产品马上出来了，叫 H200。明天啊，我们去开箱一台，300斤重，感兴趣的关注我。英伟达的 H200。
So this is the second video, the second video that he released this on the following day, where he unboxed the H200.
显卡目前市场上量产最贵的显卡，这是到货的200片。 其中的一台，我们早上刚刚拆开，一会儿给大家看一下拆箱的过程。上一个视频啊，有一朋友，好多朋友在评论里说你这是违法的。咱们这事儿啊，咱们这确实违法，违了美国的法。特朗普会对这事儿很暴怒，对吧？我搞这些卡的这哥们儿啊，搞了2年了，每一次的量都特别大，他上了美国的2次黑名单，但是呢。 我觉得他为中国的人工智能大模型计算，也算作出了贡献。否则没有这样活跃的人，是吧？这些卡哪儿来？我们拿什么去算大模型？目前全世界只有中国、美国2个国家对这个需求最大，你同意吗？我们简单看他一下开箱视频。
His name is Su Di, and he owns a company, which is a kind of a service company. That supports entrepreneurs. Some people say he may have a hard time making money from his normal business, but smuggling these advanced AI chips is certainly a lucrative business. The Chinese use various methods to circumvent the U.S. export bans. There are several ways to do this. Smugglers duplicate serial numbers on servers equipped with NVIDIA chips, and this makes tracking any forms of enforcement more difficult. And Chinese entities also establish or use data centers in other countries where they place bulk orders for these advanced chips, and then redirect a portion of them to China. So the truth is, Chinese AI companies like DeepSeek have amassed large quantities of chips long before the export ban. The quantity is so impressive that maybe DeepSeek's founder decided to do something about it. According to a Sohu January 27th article titled, DeepSeek founder Liang Wenfeng said, Chinese AI cannot always follow. Someone will inevitably stand at the forefront of the technology. DeepSeek's sibling company, Phantom Quant, which is a fully automated quantitative trading financial services firm using machine learning technologies. Now, this company has stockpiled tens of thousands of NVIDIA chips as early as 2021. And according to the Chinese media, this was mentioned in a research paper co-authored by the founder Liang Wenfeng. And he said, in deep learning training, we developed the Firefly 2 system, which is equipped with 10,000 A100 GPUs. Now, it was around 2021 that this was happening. And Fenton Quant, the company at the time invested 1 billion yuan. And reports also stated that in 2021, fewer than 5 companies in China possessed over 10,000 GPUs. And Liang's AI-driven investment firm was the only non-tech company among them. So due to its large-scale stockpiling of NVIDIA chips, Fenton Quant became one of China's earliest major NVIDIA chip buyers. And according to its official website in 2020, the company had idle computing power that reached 15.33 million GPU hours. Now, you have to remember when this was happening, DeepSeek wasn't even in existence. So by comparison, in the US, Microsoft announced a custom-built supercomputer for OpenAI featuring 10,000 GPUs. The supercomputer was designed to train OpenAI's large-scale AI models, including GPT-3. NVIDIA's A100 card was announced in the same month. I think it's May 2020. So OpenAI's 10 GPUs at the time were likely NVIDIA's V100 or early A100 models. And OpenAI's total computing power was estimated at 40 to 50 million GPU hours. We don't know the utilization rate, so we don't know the exact idle GPU powers that OpenAI had in 2020. So the fact that Fenton Quant had 15 million plus idle GPU hours in 2020 means that the company's computing power was on par with OpenAI's. In 2021, there are only a few organizations in the world possessing 10,000 advanced GPUs or more. But the Chinese media said China already had 5 organizations, or nearly 5 organizations, that each had more than 10,000 advanced GPUs in 2021. So what does this tell you? Liang and whoever were behind him certainly had the vision of getting into the AI competition or war, and have been planning for DeepSeek as far back as 2020. The equity structure of DeepSeek is very complex. The company was established on July 17, 2023. Liang Wenfeng owns 1%, and the Ningbo Enterprise Management Consulting Limited Partnership owns 99%. And then if you look at the image on the right, as far as who owns this management consulting limited partnership, Liang owns 50.1% of the consulting firm. But the consulting firm was set up on July 31st, 2023, 2 weeks after DeepSeek was established. Here's my question. The company that owns you was set up after you were born. This is like one of your parents is born after you were born. But behind these companies, there are several layers of ownership, and the majority of shares are controlled by limited partnerships based in Ningbo, Zhejiang, with the primary partner of these limited partnerships being Liang Wenfeng himself. It feels somewhat similar to Jack Ma's Alibaba's equity structure, which was famous for its complexity. And the reason Alibaba's ownership structure was so complex was because Jack Ma was holding shares for many other Chinese officials and their families whose names cannot be revealed. So people wonder, is it for the same reason that DeepSeek's ownership structure is also very complex? So here you have an ownership structure. So let me tell you how to read it because it's in Chinese. The red box is DeepSeek. The purple shaded boxes are various consulting firms and limited partnerships that own companies that own DeepSeek. The individual owners are color-coded in blue. So these are individuals, and they're the same set of people. The cream-colored boxes at the bottom are DeepSeek's subsidiaries. 100% is in Beijing. It's 0.1% is in Hangzhou. So from this, you can see that DeepSeek's operation is all in Beijing, and Hangzhou is just a shell company. And I calculated Mr. Liang's ownership of DeepSeek. Although, through a complex web of ownership, Liang owns about 92% of the AI company, even though at a glance, he doesn't own more than 68% of any entities on the chart. There's a podcast called China Talk, which focuses on China and U.S. China relations. This podcast analyzed how censorship affects Chinese AI chatbots last year. The host tested 4 of China's top LLMs, or large language models. China Talk found that DeepSeek enforces censorship more strictly than its competitors. And this March 2024 test assessed these models using open-ended questions in both English and Chinese about politics, law, and history. The conclusion? While DeepSeek was the most quote-unquote disciplined model among the 4. So China Talk concluded, DeepSeek wins the gold medal for following the party's line. On its official website and on Hugging Face, its responses align with the CCP's ideology and socialist values.